We will not do a presentation on those hearts. I know a lot of you are asking about those only because we're so limited.
Okay.
Super duper limited. Well, we have yet another customer pick. Just back in stock, all-time favorite. And we call this, and we were talking about the AsscherCut, which has become somewhat of a signature stone for Jean Dousset. We had it in the line bracelet earlier, and we'll talk more to that. But you go right now and you try to find an AsscherCut in a diamond. And
that's what I'm doing right now, actually.
Are you doing
I'm looking
one?
For someone, yes.
Oh, okay, you're looking for someone.
First of all, it's very difficult because a lot of stones are square emeralds. They're not true Asschers. So a lot of square emeralds look like Asschers, but they're not real Asscher. That stone is cut precisely under the guidelines of being an AsscherCut.
So what makes it an AsscherCut? I think this is because that's why you rarely see it. A lot of people are not able to do it. You have to have some of the finest cutters in the world. And the fact that this is $79.95, I'm kind of blown away here. Because
so without getting too technical, it's about the guidelines and the dimensions and the percentages of what the crown is compared to the depths of the stone and all these sort of things. But when you look at an Asscher, it's more compact. It has a lot of depth. These stones have extraordinary depth. This is what I think. Your eyes are really diving into the center stones, going all the way down. It's sort of that endless step towards the bottom, very pointy at the bottom, and you have that perfect cross. I mean, X, sorry, that appears from the cut when you're looking straight down to it.
And you can see it in these.
And you can see it in them. These Asschers are cut perfectly. One after the other one. And that's so hard because right now I'm looking for AsscherCuts and all the stones I've received are different because they come from a different rough. They're cut from a different person who works with a different material, a different eye. Here we're able to, one of the greatest things that we're able to do is that we're able to reciprocate? No. Reciprocate? No.
Replicate?
Replicate. Let's just say replicate.
You're so cute.
Fancy it. English is a second language.
Don't be, no. Don't be, just be you.
We're trying to replicate, we can replicate that perfect cut every single time on every ring that we make, which is like impossible in fine jewelry because each and every one of the diamonds that you look at, regardless of having the same weight or the same color or the same clarity, are never, ever, ever the same. They're like snowflakes. They really all look different. So what I like about this is that this is the ideal. This is the way I'd like a diamond to look. If when I search, when I find one, I found a stone that looks like that, and then we have that.
That's all it takes.
But we are able to make a couple hundred rings and give you that same experience, the perfection of the cut.
And we have, unfortunately, it looks like silver just sold out in 5, so we still have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in the silver. In your vermeil, we are okay, we still have 5. Okay, 5's on its way to selling out as well. And at this special event price and the 4 flex pays, get this home for $20. This is why it's been a #1 beloved customer pick. Women have used this as their engagement ring, as their wedding ring. I mean, honestly, it is that. You just read the reviews. When you see the clarity, look in there. There you can see the X too.
Sorry,
a great close-up.
We have screens everywhere, so I got a little.
It's hard.
I got a little bit distracted, but you know, the cut is perfect. The color is perfect. The craftsmanship is exemplary. It reminds you of what fine jewelry should be like. You see, we have AsscherCuts coming up. The band with a little bit of a round stones in between. So it's very fluid. Again, your eyes are leaning in. You're looking at the ring. You're discovering every little details about it, top to bottom. From the side, everywhere you look at, very three-dimensional.
We are crazy, crazy busy. This has been a favorite. We were delighted when Jean was able to bring this back in that AsscherCut, in this beautiful proportion, perfectly balanced look, and I wish we had another 5,000 of these, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
And we would be here all day.
No, that's very, very true. All righty.
Sell 5,000 ring.
Now,
till tomorrow.
Well, that's another thing I love about your collection, Jean. You don't bring in, thousands of any one piece, That's the beauty. So when you say you have a rarity, fine, high jewelry look, that's exactly what we're bringing to you. Okay, so it looks like a final call here. We'll let you know when that is